Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the show. Welcome to TechCondo. Sorry for that. It's been a long time since the last episode of TechCondo, but really appreciate you for taking the time and effort to be here live and direct. For some reason, the computer is all going nuts at the moment. I don't know if that is also on your end. Let me know if that is the case. But it just happened like after I did a quick switcheroo. Welcome to TechCondo. Really appreciate you for being here. TechCondo live in the whole 2023. You will see that for sure. So yeah, like you just saw, my name is Petro Verbruggen, and I am just part of the community of producers, big or small, hobbyists, all the way to from prosumer to consumer. Really cool to see you here. If you like this kind of content and you really like to discuss with all producers, then go ahead and subscribe to the channel so that you get notified for new information. That would be really cool indeed. I have some really cool stuff to talk about, but before I do that, I also see a lot of people joining. What are you doing? Are you going absolutely nuts at the moment? The computer is going absolutely haywire at the moment. That's awesome. Let me just, for the sake of it, just remove this one for sake. All right. Welcome, guys. Just to check who is live and direct here. Of course, MT was right on the money, back very soon, and he says, of course, Happy New Year. Like I will do in just a bit. DJ Ware says also Happy New Year, which is fantastic. Thank you so much. I see Raoul is in the house. Oh, there's something going wrong here. I see Raoul is in the house. Happy New Year, episode everybody. Yeah, indeed, 2023. I hope that 2023 will be a good year for you, indeed. And I see that MT is going to have some dinner, which is totally fine. I think that's a fantastic way to start the evening. I did see a question of Keith, and we will definitely talk about that today. And that is indeed the Legos that I have done. You did a lot of Lego building. Thank you so much, by the way, for the super chats. The Death Star Trench run and the Batmobile Technic after the holidays. How about yourself? Well, of course, I am a Lego hobbyist and a Lego lover like yourself, it seems. So yeah, I did do this. I actually built the UCS Sandcrawler, which is totally awesome, with a lot of minifigures. It's an older set. It has been around for quite some time, but nevertheless, I really liked it. It's quite huge. It is also part of the display that I have in my living room, of course, because of the fact that it's so huge, and it is a Ultimate Collector Series set. Now, I also started with some smaller sets. This is one that is from 2023. It was released in January of this year, and the 1st of January, I have to say. So it's not even a week old, which is so awesome that I have the 501st Legion Troopers here at things. But indeed, Happy New Year. That is something that we definitely need to talk about. Something went wrong here. Let me get that organized. Okay, well, no worries. We're doing something new here today. So indeed, happy 2023. Wow, what a fantastic set. I'm not ready yet. I actually have still a lot of people that are here. So let's continue this process for just a bit more. I did see Eric. This is also in the house. Welcome, Eric. I love to see you here. Let me remove this quickly. Of course, yeah, Raoul was also there as well. Let me see if I'm not forgetting something. Kiva was reacting to welcome back to probably being back. Yeah, it was just 3 weeks, but it was really something that, helps. I actually think it helps the channel evens, but we're going to talk about that very soon. Paul Dixon is also in the house. Welcome. Really appreciate you for being here. He says, Happy New Year. I need to send you some updated versions of the sub animation free update. You're so absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much, Paul, for that. Appreciate that. by the way, Paul Dixon did that really cool animation at the start, and he also built this one as well. So he's really good at that. TVJ, hello. The audio seems a bit low compared to the videos I just watched. I will adjust that a little bit. I'm actually doing a little bit of a check on a monitor, which I will be talking about at a later stage, of course. So it's actually I'm a little bit not at the right angle at the moment, but I think it's already better than it was just a few minutes ago. Thanks a lot for saying that, at least. Computer Jantje says happy 2024. That's a little bit early, but thank you so much for that. Yeah, for Sandcrawler for the win, definitely. I appreciate that. Yep. Uncle Owen was in that one as well, and to be honest, I didn't realize that, but I was watching Bricksat.com, which is a community of Lego builders, and they also share what a minifigure is worth, and it seems that only that Uncle Owen minifigure is worth 37 euros or dollars. Used, like out of the box, like I have it right now. So that's a little bit of an awkward thing to think about, but it's really an expensive set right there. Okay, audio level is much better. Awesome. Good to hear, guys. Good to hear. All right. So yeah, there's a lot to talk about. So let's talk about today's topics that I have in store for you. First and foremost, I think it's really important to note that this is the first Saturday of the month, which means that is also a Q&A session. Every single Saturday, the first Saturday of the month, we will have a Q&A session. And I did see a question pop up about telling lights. So we will be talking about that later in this episode, but I also have some other things that I want to talk about, like for example a channel update that what are we going to do with the channel. I have some updates on the December gigs that I've done. I was not sitting still the last couple of weeks, definitely not. Actually, it was quite busy for the last couple of weeks in the year. And I also have a studio update, not so much that it's already done, but some plans that I want to discuss with you moving forward. But yeah, let's go ahead and go to the next topic of today, and that is the channel update. We already started with TechCondo Live, so every Saturday at 7 p.m. Central European Time, we are live, and we'll do that throughout the whole year until mid-July, and then from mid-July until mid-August, I will have a break of 4 weeks. So yes, 4 weeks break, and then that will continue from the mid-August all the way to mid-December for again 4 weeks. So next year it's going to be 4 weeks instead of 3 weeks, and then that means that I will have a show 10 months a year. Now, I'm talking about breaks that are more than 1 week. Fortunately, due to the fact that I work for a company other than myself, I occasionally need to travel. Well, I'm very happy with that. To, for example, the US to do some work over there. And if I'm traveling on the Saturday, obviously I cannot go live. However, I will promise you to do my best to have a live show, even though it's maybe via the yellow box or via a webcam or something. But I will try to do my best to have that show organized. Of course, I still can get sick. However, I'm pretty sure that I will try to do my best to get it working anyway. But know that this is really about the longer breaks. And again, those breaks are not there for a reason of just doing nothing. There's also the way to, get inspired, get new ideas pumping. And that's exactly what I did. So this is one of the ideas is the introduction of the TechCondo short. It's not YouTube Shorts. I actually, in hindsight, I was not that happy with that choice of that word, but it is really showing what it is. It's basically repurposing a video that I do live. So I will just, for example, next week, hint, this is a small hint, we will be talking about the Burdock P120 camera, which I own, which I have right in front of right there. I will be talking about that. I will just have a brief overview on it, but I will do that live, so you can actually ask questions, and we can pivot a little bit, etc. But what I will do after that is that I will just break down and cut down the live show for a 10-minute video, because I have noticed that shorter form of videos do better on YouTube for the algorithm. However, it is a little bit like I'm trying to pivot a little bit between. I really think it's important to show you how long things take, compared to I just give you something that is bite-sized, 10 minutes, and you're done. And I think that this is a good intermediate. Last year, I only did 5 short-form videos. This year, I want to extend it until 10 at the very least. So it's going to be a little bit better than it used to be. So that is TechCondo Live and TechCondo Shorts. And tell me what you think about that. Next to that, I actually also had December gigs that I worked on, and I am so happy about those gigs, because, of course, being December, it was all about charity, about giving something, recognizing people that actually did a fantastic job throughout the year. And it was actually also live on television as well. And it was just a very simple gig for myself, because the show was actually 5 days in a row for 8 hours straight. However, my contribution was only like 2 times an hour. So it was not that much, but it was where it counted when people were, let's say, given a nice piece of chocolate or something, just, to really recognize their job as a volunteer of something, right? And then I also, and I have, by the way, some video content on those two, so I will be talking about that very, very shortly. And I also did a multi-branded video stream. I will talk about that just now. So let me remove these two very quickly. So what I actually did was we have a church service every single Sunday in the morning, and of course it has been going on for 2.5 years now, maybe even 3 years, come to think of it. Of course, started during COVID. And what we did was that we really wanted to have the church service of Christmas broadcasted not only on Facebook, not only on the local television station that I typically broadcast to here in where I live, but also to a sister local television station that is about 20 miles from here, so that we could stretch a little bit bigger audience. But of course, they have a different format. They have a different logo. They have a different way of doing things. So what I did was I actually used 2 separate vMix instances, and it's still there. It's right here. So I used a Stream Deck to produce the branding. The branding was always at the same time, exactly on the same time. But using Companion, I actually split the branding to this computer that I have in front of me, so that you're looking at the moment, and the computer that is behind me. And those 2 computers were fully parallel, getting the video content, but providing a different picture, so to speak, than what we agreed upon. That one was sending out to an RTP server at the TV station using Nginx, which was really interesting. So we're definitely gonna check out how to use that in the future. And of course, I am using vMix Call to go to the local TV station that I have here in the city that I live in. So those are the two things that I've done. So only 3 gigs in the month of December. It's maybe not that much, but it's still great. And I have some really cool gigs already penned down. We're actually at the moment negotiating extremely big productions at Carnival. Carnival is really huge in the south of the Netherlands. So we're really ironing out the details on this one. I think it's going to be huge. So that would be cool if that is even if it's half of it, it's going to be really cool. And we're also thinking about a let's say a conference of local business owners, and that we're also going to stream live from that area, from the conference, for that organization. So that's also a big a thing that is coming maybe sooner than later. So that's really cool indeed. Before I go into and show you the videos, let's check if there are some questions that need to be answered. Eric says, short form video, yes, indeed, algorithm is biased towards that. Indeed, that is the reason why I'm doing that. But I also think that for some people, 10 minutes investment is better than 1 hour, though they're of course missing our awesome community, and of course I will tell them that during the video. So now let me be very frank to you. It will be 80% at very least the same as the live show, but of course having a little bit more time, I can invest a little bit more into the B-roll, and I can also maybe add some additional text on the screen that I simply cannot do live. So there might be some changes, but I'm not expecting worldwide changes. If you've seen the live show, you've seen this as well. So that's a little bit of a thing right there. TVJ, it's not the YouTube Shorts. It's not vertical. It's a short form video. It's just a simple YouTube video, but it's called short because I wanted to have something that is just one word, like TechCondo Live and TechCondo Shorts. I also want to remove a lot of coloring on the channel page. I want to use the purple one for live and the red one for shorts. That's it. So I am decreasing the amount of different colors that I've used. I think that that's a better option for everybody. So that will be something that I will be working on very, very, very soon. And as a matter of fact, the first short will be recorded live next week with the Burdock P120 review that we will do together, as a matter of fact. TVJ says I do shorts. Again, the naming is a little bit awkward. Shorts is the YouTube Shorts. I am talking about a short form video, just the normal aspect ratio. Nothing changed. I still think that the name is still the best, but I don't know what's better. Okay, cool. You got it. Cool. Oops. Garrett says, sorry I'm late, but I'm here now. Greetings from Stuttgart. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Really appreciate that. Okay, so next up is, of course, the video that I have promised. And that is, the first one is at a library. Actually, they're both at the library, but they're still both of the times in a separate library. So this is the first one right here. And as you can see, we're having a band doing all kinds of rehearsals here. And this guy right here, he is the audio guy, and we love this kind of work because he actually has a iPad with, in this case, X32 rack audio mixer, and he can actually perform all kinds of front of house audio mixing right there. They actually had 3 Sony cameras, one in the center, which was unmanned, so that was the ISO camera, and 2 cameras that were on the left hand side and the right hand side. And this is the Tech Studio right there. As you can see, this is the X32 Touch, which reminds me that I need to have a review on that soon. They were using the A10 Mini SDI, so that's the real SDI setup right there, which I really liked. And that is the first video that we had the first day. Now, the same set was also used for the second video. And again, I really liked how easy it was. It was just an 8U rack. Actually, it was exactly the same one that I have in my living room at the moment because it's too big for the studio. But anyway, it was something that I really liked the setup, and I thought that the big monitor that they had in front of it was actually a really good setup. So this is again the same setup with the A10 Mini right there. As you can see, 3 cameras, same thing there, but on air. So we are using the stream element there, right there. And this was really cool. This was the Hollyland intercom system, which was excellent to be used. And again, there were 3 cameras. We spent quite some time with the lighting, but that was really cool. And I don't know if I've added it in insight on the question that you just raised, but they had this tele light right here indeed, so I did it. Those tele lights were actually really, really cool. They actually were fantastic to work with because they're just Wi-Fi based applications, and I still need to figure out what they are, but these are definitely working with the A10 Mini system. Which reminds me to go back to the question that we had earlier today, and let me check that by DGWare. So, do you use any telelights and what do you use for your A10? A very good question. I actually use at the moment a wired intercom system by Data Video. Let me look it up on the computer so that I can show you what it looks like. So it is wired, and it comes with a full set with cables of 20 meters, which is quite a nice amount, to be honest, for what I do with it, at least. I'll just show my screen in a moment. There you go. All right, so let's go ahead and go down to figuring out. Here you go, intercom systems. I was using the ITC 100, which is it was a 1,500 euro intercom system. Now, this is wired. Like, it has 4 times 20 meters of cable. It has this belt pack right here, but that belt pack also not only uses is not only usable for the intercom system, but it can also be used for tele lights. So I do need to add the GPI tele box by Blackmagic to really make it work. But that was a fantastic setup. That being said, I do think that this is, at that time, it was the cheapest functionality that I could find. I do think that these days it can be a bit cheaper than I had back then. So that might be something that is really something that you need to verify. I also have been using QB as an option as well. Those are wireless, and those actually worked really well, though I do not know if they're still around. I think that they are. You can still buy them, it seems. So this is the QB system. I actually also have that in my studio, so I can actually one day show it to you. It does run with ATEM, Newcaster, TriCaster, vMix, etc. So a lot of functionalities there at your fingertips, and it's actually quite a very small telelight. In my opinion, it's too small for the talent. I do like my talents to really see the telelight system moving forward. So again, I do like the Data Video system a little bit more, though it is wired, not wireless. Hope that helped. Computer Jantje to the rescue. M5 sticks. These are tiny computers that are used as telelights. They directly can connect with the ATEM network. It's like an Arduino with an extra like screen and Wi-Fi. That is awesome. Thanks a lot for saying that, because that is something that I was actually quite interested in, to be honest. There is a project about this tally light, and I bought a few myself, but I have no time yet to implement the software. Gotcha. And Aaron has some... Oh, MT says Aaron did set up some of these in one of his live shows in 2020. Oh, it's been around quite some time then. With the M5 stick. Yeah, okay, gotcha. Thanks a lot, guys. Really appreciate that. That's what I mean, right? So again, this is a community of producers. We're talking to each other. We're learning from each other. I'm learning myself as well, which I love about this setup, indeed. Oh, is it in C#? Oh, then I know somebody who can help me. My dad is really good in C++. So that helped me. He is actually here in the condo. He is sitting in the living room together with my cat, Scooter, and Kermit. I don't believe that Kermit is here. No, he's not here. So he's taking care of the children. Let's just call it like that. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it. So next up, let's go back to this. Oh, why is this working now? Okay. So we did one or two Q&As. If you have any other questions, I still have some time left. So please go ahead. I mean, we still have like half an hour. So please go ahead and ask if you want. We did talk a little bit about the channel update. We did talk about the December gigs that I'm working on. But I did not really talk about the studio update. That's right. There is a studio update. And, basically, this is what I am looking at the moment, as you can see. This is the setup these days. I moved my my desktop PC. It's now a laptop. So this is the laptop that I'm actually using for, basically the video that you're looking at the moment. I have here a MacBook Air that I'm using for your comments at the moment. I am using the MacBook Air also for other stuff as well, but for this show it's only for that. But when I'm using my studio for as a production tool, I'm also using this for other stuff as well. Then of course this is what you've always been seeing here, and it's actually quite nice, though there's not a lot of space here. That's the first thing. And the second thing is that it's quite a black underground, and because it's a black underground, it is a bit of a challenge to show you around a new product, for example. So this needs to become a other kind of desk. I got loads of ideas about it, and I'm going to tell you how they came to be. But let's also go to this shot right here, right there. Hello. So this is the studio that you see right here, and you can also see that this wall and that wall are really close to me. And this is all that I have, basically. I do have, of course, the demo desk, which is a mess at the moment right there. I don't want to really show that to you at the moment, but that's basically it. So here you go. That is what I have to work with in the studio. But we have a lot of ideas to work on, and that is really, really cool. So what are those ideas and how did they came to be? Well, first and foremost, this desk that I just showed you will go away. It will be removed. This desk has been around for, believe it or not, 6 years of TechCondo. What? Yes, 6 years of TechCondo, where 5.5 years it was in this exact location, in this studio, which is, fantastic. This has been around for 5.5 years, like it is right now. The only change that I did was literally that I've changed the display right here a few times to make it, more interesting, and I changed the camera up, for example. But typically, I would state there's not so much changes. But with the new laptop, with the new setup that I have, and everything being in NDI these days, it's time to move on, to do some changes. Well, what are those changes, you might ask? Well, first and foremost, this black table can go. a new table will come in. As a matter of fact, the frame is already in the living room, and it will be a nice wooden finish. It will be a little bit smaller, believe it or not, a little bit smaller, but I have some ideas to clean up the mess and have a very good environment to perform some demos. And as a matter of fact, you did see, of course, already that I now have this setup right here. I can actually go into camera 2 and then go into preset 1, and boom, there you go. A very nice setup right there. So that is really cool that is possible these days. So that is one of the changes that I've done, already implemented, but there will be more. As a matter of fact, this table will change, but the other table right there, which again I will not, well, I can show it to you, why not? In full transparency, it's a mess. So let's go into this setup right there. It's this is a table, guys. That's a table. No, the thing is that like I said prior, of course I have cats, and those cats have the tendency to walk on surfaces, and because of that I decided to just put a lot of plastic bags on top of it, because they don't really like plastic bags. But below the plastic bags, it's literally a ATEM switcher, etc. Let me see if there DJ Ware says a very efficient studio layout. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Though I think I can improve on that. Computer Jantje says the great thing with being used is such a small studio is when you get your trailer. It will feel very spacey. Yes, that's another thing. The trailer. So the thing is that I was planning to start to work on the trailer in 2023. However, I have postponed it a little bit, and the reason why I've postponed it was because of some uncertainties in the economic situation, the inflation, possible recession coming on. I have no clue. I'm not in foresight, but it doesn't feel right at the moment to invest heavily in a trailer and heavily in a space to put a trailer at this particular moment. That being said, I did have some ideas that I'm actually implementing in this studio, so that when there's a better economic situation, I can then just take the tables and almost immediately use it right there. So there's a little bit of a so the idea that I had in the trailer, I'm actually gonna implement in the studio. So that is a really cool stuff there, right there. Eric says, nice preset on the burdock. It's not a burdock. No, these are different PTZ cameras. These are old PTZ cameras. They have been there. I have been using these PTZ cameras for 5 years. Definitely 5 years for events. However, I've decided to go to the Burdock P120s for my on-location work. That means that these cameras will be used in the studio as overhead shot, but also for other kinds of shots in the future. So I'm just reusing what I already have. Keith says we need to have a shelf update so it's behind you. Okay, we can definitely do that one day. Tell you what we're going to do is that, of course, you will see some changes coming your way very, very soon, because this look and feel that I have right here, that will definitely be changing moving forward. Not so much that I don't like it. There are a few things that I don't like. I mean, I'm a little bit... This brick wall right here, which is not brick, it's just vinyl. I'm a little bit I'm done with it, to be honest. It has been around for 5 years now. I want to do something more fresh with that one. The blue light here behind me, I do like it. I will keep that. But I think that to give a little bit more space and to be able to move from this desk to another desk, I do think that that there will be a different setup than I have this at this moment in time. Let me go back to that setup right there. So this setup, as you see right here, that will go. This will definitely change. It might not be immediately, but it will be changing in the next couple of months, and you will see that during the different Q&A sessions. I will definitely talk about it once something has changed. But my idea is to have a studio tour, a full studio tour, roughly in the summer. I think maybe after the summer break, I will have a full studio tour, really talking about all of the things that I will have done so far. And I think that is really going to change quite dramatically, to be honest. So, yeah. Well, there's quite a mess here, Eric. It's quite a mess. It's really a mess. And I like the style. Yeah, indeed. Work in progress. Mwah, love it. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Keep the lower sections. Don't know what you mean about that. Maybe some more information on that. And TVJ says my work trailer project will be delayed as well. Yeah, I think that at the moment it's too much at the moment. I would love to do it, and I'm still planning to do it, but not now. Not this year. Absolutely not this year. Yes, Raoul, I agree with that statement. The video equipment works for years and years without problems. And that is really the case. I mean, those PTZ cameras that I have here, they have been working for 5 years straight without any issues. But time to move on. I still have my very first video cameras that I use and occasionally still use if I really need it. If I need an additional camera and I don't have anything else, I can just hop it in, and it might not be the most perfect video format, but it's definitely better than nothing. And I still have a lot of old stuff that I'm still reusing when the time is when it's needed, right? Any plans to add some NDI stuff in your setup? Everything is already NDI. Literally everything that you see today is NDI. I think because there's no HDMI cable going into my laptop. Literally none. There's no SDI cable going into my laptop. Absolutely none. Everything that you've seen so far is NDI. Apart from the screen, the computer screen, that's just basically the same computer. But everything is NDI. And actually, if I would use my phone, I will also bring that into NDI. So I'm already on the NDI bandwagon already for a long time. Computer Young says, I think it's a very good idea to create a modular system that can be in a small studio and a trailer setup. Put it up a location with... Put it on location with a bit more work as sometime a trailer cannot be close. I agree. So my idea, to be honest, to look to one step back on the computer on the trailer, sorry, is that I am planning to rent a bus, so to speak, when I really need it. So I'm renting it for 1 or 2 days. I'm just gonna roll in the new tables that I will have. So the tables will be a little bit smaller than I have at the moment. So this table right here is going to be like 20 centimeters smaller, like this amount. Let me go back to the screen. Like this amount on both sides. That is enough to have a good flow from here all the way down via the elevator, going down to a van and putting it into the van. Above that, it will work in a 90 degrees fashion, but also in a side-by-side fashion in a good way, and it will be 100% modular. Yes, that's exactly the idea. The trusses behind me, yeah. So those trusses I still love. I love those. That those are really cool. Uh, because of the trusses, I don't have to trip on cables because the amount of cables is actually decreasing over the years, to be honest. But there's still a whole lot of cables going into the studio. So I'm actually quite happy with less. Less is more. So we are definitely increasing that. Empty. Over the holidays, I could work a bit on my ATEM box, but I had to make some changes and had to wait for some parts. That's too bad. That's too bad. But I will definitely, once you have something, please show me some pictures because that would be really, really cool. Yeah, this is neat. I really like my trusses. I don't want to change those. But I want to change this. But I'm not sure what I want to do with it. I have already, I already talked with my dad about an idea that I had with these wooden strips, which I actually liked, but he was not a fan of it for some reason. So I need to figure that out. But I do want to have something there, but I don't know what it is. And you will definitely see this wall on one of the shots. So it's just a matter of figuring it out. What I think is that this table will be a little bit skewed, like so, just to like 30 degrees or something. This gives me a little bit more space behind me so that I can actually roll to another table, which is now out of frame, obviously. But that would be, but that's the maximum that I have. So please look it up for yourself. This is 2.5 meters wide and 1.77 meters broad. That yeah, 2.5 meters long. And the width is 1.77 meters. So it's not big. It's not big at all. All right. What did I forget something or not? Let me consult my notes a little bit. Yeah, I think that's roughly it for today. So there's one more thing. It's actually that you didn't see that today because for Q&A sessions, I want to utilize still the setup that I currently have for the leader, but I actually have new leaders created for the different items that I have. Totally forgot. Now I know. I forgot something in the channel update. So one of the other things that in the channel update that is really important is not only that the Q&A is going to be on the first Saturday of the month. There will be an ATEM branded ATEM themed show every month because I think that ATEM is really something that you guys love and want to see. So that will be also every month, and every 2 months there will be a VMix show, and every 2 months there will be an audio show, and then of course we still have 1 or 2 left, and that can be all over the place. That can be about all kinds of different things. So but I've actually created for all of those themes that I just mentioned, so audio, VMix, and ATEM, a different leader. It's going to look quite the same, but you will see, if you look next week, you will see a difference, because starting next week, and it's already part of the project, you will see some small changes there. And also for the short, I have a separate leader as well. So yes, we're definitely gonna step up the game a little bit on that topic, and I really like to do something else. So that's really cool. TechCondo, JC says, can you display proper color Rec 709 or HDR 4K color via the HDMI SDI out on Final Cut Pro 10 on the Pro Color Grade monitor with the Blackmagic Design Ultra Studio 4K Mini? I do not own that Ultra Studio. I do have an Ultra Studio HD. So I do need to check, but I do know that it's Rec 709 for sure. The HDR 4K, I do need to check. On my system, the HD, I doubt it has HDR, to be honest. But Rec 709, yes. I need to check that, to be honest. I don't know. Let's do that together. Maybe I'm making an error. So let's check that. So let's go ahead and go into the computer screen to check that ourselves together. And let's go into Ultra Studio. I always am figuring out, is that this capture? That's it. The 4K Mini, that was the question. Let's go to Tech Specs and then go to 4K Mini. And then let's check. It is outputs channels in, so 4K, yes, but is it also HDR? I do not know. Supported frameworks, 8-bit is also uncompressed 10-bit. That's okay, that's good. But does it state HDR somewhere? I don't see it. I do not see that. So maybe I really don't. I don't think so, guys. I don't think so. I'm not sure. I really don't. I'm not sure about that. But I cannot see that, and I don't own it to check it myself. So yeah, sorry for that. JC says, love your channel and thank you for looking into my question. Yeah, of course. Hey, this is the Q&A session for, and sometimes I have to check it myself. But no. It's sorry, I don't think it is. I'm not sure. I could not find it at a very short while. Very good question from Rahul. How do you bring the comments from a Mac? Oh, that's a good question. That's an excellent question. Let me prepare it a little bit. Because this is not prepared. So like I said, everything is NDI, but though I have not yet installed the NDI server or the NDI component on the Mac. So I cannot show that to you right now, unfortunately, but what I will do, well, I can do two things. Well, let me just do it old-fashioned with a camera. NDI HD camera on my phone. I'll just go like so, and then I'll figure out the I'll just add. Well, let me show that quickly how I do this. Where is my computer screen? Oh, here it is. So let's go to display 1. There you go. Boom. So this is what I see right here. Then I go here to add inputs. I go into NDI desktop. I'm looking for my iPhone. I'm going to add it to the mix. I'm going to remove the audio because, as you can see, it's way too hot. And I'm going to go down. And there you go. So this is what I have in front of me. So this is just a web interface. And basically what I do is that if I want to bring in your comment again, Raoul. I just hit this this right here, click it, and then I just send it to the screen like so. Boom. There you go. And the only thing that I need to do here on the screen is to click it away. That's all I needed to do right there. So that is a other question that was raised during this show. There you go. But I can show that desktop screen as well, though I think that it will take a little bit longer than just 5 minutes to install. So just wanted to make sure that that is okay. Awesome. Eric says slick, awesome. Yeah, okay. vMix Social for the web. Nice. Thanks a lot. Okay. I see Aaron is also in the house. Yeah, I think that Aaron thinks it a little bit boring. Well, that can be. We're part of a community, Aaron. And as you can see, I'm not canceling you for just saying that you're bored. If you're bored, then move on to the next YouTube channel or whatever. That's okay. But know, Aaron, that this is a live show. That means that it's about an hour and we're trying to hang out, talk a little bit about some questions, etc. But there will be also some shorts on the YouTube channel. But if you don't like it, that's totally fine with me. There are millions of other channels for you to watch. See you. Bye-bye. Eric says that he did not know about the vMix Social. Oh, there you go. Now you have seen it. Keith says, by the way, sorry for not saying that. Also, see you, DJ, on the live show. See you again. Awesome. See you, DJ, on the live show. See you, MT. Always great to hang out at Petra's show. Thank you very, very much for that. I appreciate that. And there is no Facebook comments? Oh. Is that the case? Let me check that. And sometimes, oh, yeah, oops. Thanks for that. There are 4 comments from Facebook popping up here. Let me check that very quickly. Thanks a lot. So Jason was there as well. Thank you so much, Jason, and regret not clicking on the NDI settings. Comparing the Burdock P120 and the PTZ Optics Pro Studio camera, they both have NDI, and does one have better controls than the other? I guess the P120 has actual PTZ. Yes, it does. It does. It definitely does. And there were some other questions. Jason says, oh, cool. I see that the Clarity M audio device for lightness visualization. Yes, that's a good eye for you. We're going to talk about that later in an audio update. So it's coming. Don't worry. There were some changes. I did not sleep, guys, the last 3-4 weeks. Jason says, Paul from PTZ Optics showed the Studio Pro webcam. It has HDMI, NDI, and USB. And I remembered you mentioned the NDI might be of interest. Yes. And I think that I've already saw that Studio Pro at IBC 2022, if I'm not mistaken. I have to check that, but I think that I already saw it. As a matter of fact, I need to thank yes. I need to thank MT, because he was the person that actually said, hey, you have to check this out. Aaron says, just joking, you're great. It's okay, Aaron. It doesn't matter. But I really appreciate that you think it's great. Thank you so much. Not sure if you mentioned it before, but I would like your opinion on the Lumix S5 Mark II, as I'm considering upgrading my camera. Ooh, that's one that I need to check myself as well. We still have some time left. We can do that. Let's do that today. And indeed, thank you so much, Eric. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and of course also like the Facebook page. By the way, if you're watching on Facebook, one thing that I do need to tell you is that the shorts are fully only for YouTube. The live show will remain on Facebook. So if you really want to have everything, go to YouTube. Let me see the Lumix. Where's my mouse? Oh, there it is. The Lumix. I'll do a very quick check today, but what I'll promise you is that I will take some more time to really delve into it. For you, Computer Jansje. Mark II, is it right? Yeah. So I'll do a quick check now. Amateur photo. No, it's not amateur. I'll just unfortunately it's on the Dutch site, but I'll try to explain it as I go. So this is the site. There you go. Boom. So this is the Lumix S1. Is that the one that you're talking about? S5 it is. Sorry. Oops. It's S5. I maybe mistaken something right there. Oops. Did I make a error? I did check S5. I did. There you go. This is the S5. There you go. Okay, so I'll just use this one as a starting point. Again, I will check for you at the later stage in more detail. So first impression at the moment. It looks to be a full frame. Looking at this very quickly. I'm looking at it for the first time at the moment. A 24 megapixel full frame sensor. Yeah, that's what I thought. Stabilizer. So it has a stabilizer. It's waterproof. It can go up to 4K 60p, 10 bits even. Really cool. The only thing that I don't know, what I cannot see at the moment, does it have clean HDMI? I'm assuming that it has, but we need to verify that. This is really cool. This is anamorphic videos. That's also something that you can do with this camera, which is really cool. Search Finder is really good. The ISO is quite nice. That looks really good. Well, first impression is really cool, and again, this is a first impression, and please do not buy it based on the first impression. Computer Jansje. I will be checking it out a little bit during the week, and we'll come back to you on this one later. My first impression is really okay. What I like about full frame cameras is that you can have a really nice bokeh effect. This one does that as well, but this is an APC camera. This is not a full frame camera. But if this would be a full frame, then this would be really nice behind me. Unfortunately, that's a little bit out of my league. Yes, Eric, I saw that, but I prefer opinion from someone with no personal financial gain. I understand. Oh no, yeah. Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, for the Joseph, I get you. But indeed, Computer Jansje, I agree with that statement. I also think that would be good, but I've not seen it yet. But maybe it's good to look at that video, because I'm assuming that he's also showing the end result of his of that camera in the video. So that is really an easy way to see if you like the look and feel of it. And then we can also we can definitely check a little bit further, but I have to check it. Video wall. Well, I have been considering something in that area. I was literally considering to buy a big TV behind me and project something on top of it, but I was like, it's a little bit over the top, right? Though that being said, to have a TV in the studio would be very easy for because I am actually using this studio for live shows, both on two different TV stations. So it makes sense to look at that. Hey, Scooter, can Scooter, can you come a little bit here to show? My dad is bringing one Scooter. There he is. Hey, Scooter. Hey, man. He's like, what's going on here? Yeah, you saw the video. Okay. Now, well, I will check it for you, and I will come back to you later, because I do want to take some time to really delve into it, to really understand what it can do before I make a decision for you. Well, make a decision. I'm not going to make a decision, but I will give you an idea at least. That is roughly what I have in store for you today. I hope that you liked it. It was of course, a Q&A session, a lot of status updates. Next Q&A session will be, of course, in about a month. That will be, again, free format. Please go ahead and talk about whatever you'd like to know. Of course, we will also talk about the update of the studio and everything else. Excuse me. And I look forward to see you next week, and we're going to talk about the Burdock P120. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I see. You like the bricks. Okay, I have to think about that then. And indeed, that was my dad, Pete. He was in the house as well with my cat, with Scooter. Anyway, thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it, everybody, for being here. Also, thank you so much for there were two, to be honest. There was one super chat from Keith. Thank you so much for that super chat. Really much appreciated. And I did see one more. But where is it? There was one more. Why can't I see it on? Oh, that's stupid. Let me go back to the YouTube channel quickly. I want to thank you guys because the was €5, $5 or something. I did see that. Go here and go up. Well, that's a bit of a bummer, but thank you anyway for that. I did see that picture. I did see a nice. Thank you so much for that. Oh, that's bad. Okay, well, next time I will immediately say something about it. Thanks a lot, guys. Really appreciate it. Some final remarks then before I go. Raoul says that he likes the studio background. It's cozy. I even like the bricks. Okay, thank you so much. I will take that into account. I guess that the cat timer, that was the cat timer. I think so too. I think that we are past the hour. See you next week. And thank you for the tail end. No worries. And thank you. And yeah, your current background is great. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it. Next week, same time, same channel, and we will then, of course, talk about there it is. Same time, same channel, and we'll see you next week with the Burdock P120. See you around. Bye-bye.